Whoop. We're just getting set up here. That fell over. All right. So, sorry about that, folks. That happened just as we went live. I love it. All right. We're going to have mood lighting today. All right. So, feeling a little cooped up and antsy these days. Maybe you are too. That we have been in this situation for a while. We've been in quarantine for a while. And we are going to be here for what appears to be just a while longer. And that, I know, gets under my skin. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, there are many aspects of this that I don't mind. Like, I certainly don't mind the peace and quiet on lots of occasions. And I'm certainly spending a lot less money. And, I've been able to catch up with old friends and old hobbies and things like that, that I wasn't even thinking of doing before. But even still, right, feeling a little cooped up and there's nowhere to go. Things start to get a little repetitive. Days start to bleed into each other. Weekdays become weekends, become weekdays. It's hard to set them apart all the time. And I know this feeling. And I've gotten it before from even working from home myself in the past. And it's funny that what gets me past it is a lesson that I learned from people who play my favorite game show on television, Big Brother, which anyone who knows me is just will know. Well, they will know. And it is my obsession. But it's a lesson that I learned from them that helps me get through this. And I will tell you what it is here today. So, hello, I'm Owen. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I hope you're just having a great Friday. I hope you're having a great day. And I hope that you're staying safe and healthy. If you're watching here on YouTube, then please subscribe. Hit that button below underneath the video. And on Facebook, we have an awesome group going called the Abundance Hackers, and we'd love to have you. Abundance Hackers are folks who know how to find creative solutions to support themselves and stay in service to those around them when times get tough, like right now. So I'll put a link in the chat. Hope that you will join. And as always, we're live here, and I love it when you all stop by, ask any questions, tell me whatever you want. I would love to talk to you. So I'm right here. Anyway, so Big Brother, one of my nerdy passions. So to basically, in a nutshell, about 16 people live in a very, very small house space together for 90 something days, and they compete against each other and they live with each other and what have you. But there's no news, no entertainment, no nothing. Like, you just talk to each other, you sleep, you can't write anything, nothing. So how does someone live in that environment? I always watch this and I was like, wow, this is nuts. How would anybody go through this? And in many cases, it is an extremely challenging psychological experience. You watch a lot of the players undergo transformations in many different directions, both for the good and also for the worse, in this kind of environment where the normal methods of distracting themselves are gone. And it's just, how do you live with this immediate moment around me, and that's it. And you watch the folks who make this through the end of 90 days. Like, to win this, you must be in this house doing nothing else for 90, I think now it's up to 97 days. So that's like more than 3 months in this environment where you can't do anything else. And how do those people win, right? How do those people win? Well, they're usually the folks that you never see on the show at the very beginning of the show, because they lay low. They just sort of go into this stasis almost. And then when they need to at the end, they sort of show up and take over for the most part. Anyway, what does this all have to do with what's going on right now? Oh, and you're talking about Big Brother. Who cares? Well, it's not too different. Think about it in a way that all of us are dealing with our impacted lives. That we used to have a lot more space to move around. We used to have a lot more opportunities to vent our frustrations to distract ourselves. Like, it's not like there's a lot of places to go or really even a lot of things to do, and life becomes very routine. And when there aren't so many of those outlets that we've used to become dependent on that we to either help us or distract us, then the pressure starts to build up, and it's certainly what makes for excellent television, I will tell you that. And if you aren't watching this show, I mean, come on, watch Big Brother. But it's also something that makes excellent television for the same reason you don't want it in your life. Like, it's explosive. It makes you crazy. And then it makes, it leads you into doing things that you wish that you hadn't done, and hurting other people and hurting yourself, and just generally making your life unpleasant when frankly life is uncomfortable enough as it is at the moment. So what is that secret thing? What is that secret sauce? It is understanding the art, and it is indeed an art, the art of hanging out. The art of hanging out. The art of just being, and being totally okay with that. Of just being able to, I mean, in the case of the show, sit on a couch for hours and hours and hours and hours and just lay there all day long, because you don't leave. Ever. Ever. It's just, but that's the art, to know how to hang out. I mean, we know this now. If you've tried hanging out and it's driving you nuts, and you understand that there must be something else to it, because some people are very good at just hanging out and relaxing, and sometimes to a fault. But there's some people, and look, on many occasions, it's me too. I'm no good at sitting down and just laying down and vegging out, or turning off the noise in my head and relaxing. It's about just being okay with that moment. It's about being okay, like being in your own skin, in my own skin. Like, it took me a long time sometimes to even just be like okay with this is who I am, this is where I am, and that's okay. Like, I don't have to get up and move around to try to feel like I'm grounded. Like, I can be grounded just sitting right here. And even just being okay with silence. Like, a lot of the times silence is unnerving. It is very disturbing. And being okay with silence, silence is okay. It doesn't mean death. Sometimes it does, but not always. Most times it doesn't. So, it's about being okay with silence. So, how do you master the art of hanging out? If you're feeling a little on edge right now, how do you master the art of hanging out? Well, first of all, for 1 minute, just sit still for 1 minute and see what bugs you. See what bugs you. Is it that you get like an itch in your body? Is it that silence is deafening? Is it that you feel this compulsion to move? What is it? Like, what bugs you? Just thoughts come up, just flood into your brain right away about a particular subject. Think about it. What bothers you? And then as you're sitting there, after you sort of clear that out, after you clear the thing that bothers you, you identify it and you're able to let it go. I guess that's a big step. Step 1.5, let it go, right? So now 2, see, as you're sitting there, see what else you notice. See what new things you notice while you're being silent, while you're just sort of sitting there, while you are not listening to this other bugging you background noise that you used to have. What new opportunities come up for you in the silence? And then the best way to do all of this, the best way to practice this, is just take 20 minutes a day and meditate. You can use an app. I use an app called Calm. I admittedly haven't been behind on my meditation lately, and I can feel it. I mean, look, it's why we're here talking about feeling antsy today. Getting on my meditation will probably help. So you can do it too. You can use this app. It's called Calm, CALM. It's totally free. You can find it on whatever device you happen to be using at this moment. And check it out. I usually do it for 20 minutes a day. You can do it for 10 minutes a day. But give it a shot. And if you feel like you just need something to do and you're clawing at the walls, then it's time to get in touch with your passion and do something about your passion. It's time to take the time you've got, or the energy and space you got, to redirect it into something you care about. So if you want to get more about getting in touch with your passion, then go to owenjward.com. Just give me your email address, and I will send you your free copy of How to Unlock and Unleash Your Superpower, your guide to go from scarcity to abundance. And I hope that you will enjoy it. So stay safe out there, stay healthy out there, fight off that cabin fever by just doing awesome stuff for yourself. And I will talk to you tomorrow.